And someone's been partying a bit too hard. Hey guys, hey!
Welcome back to another video.
Woo.
Today we are taking you on a little trip.
Obviously this is a trip that has happened and we're going to show you what it was like on St Patrick's Day 2025 around the LGBTQ quarter of Liverpool.
So what was that?
Calm down, like.
Oh, okay.
Cut that.
Okay. Yeah, that's not getting cut.
Einstein did not come out with this because he's not allowed in the bars that we know of. Right. And so we started our night off at one of the bars. I think it was the first LGBTQ bar that we went to together.
Together.
When we first went together to Liverpool, and that was to the Masquerade, which is on Cumbernauld Street. It's on Cumbernauld Street, and it was busy there, weren't it? But
yeah,
we had been.
Did you mention we went on St Patrick's Day?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was busy the last time we went on St Patrick's Day.
That's what I was about to say.
So
we did go not last year, but the year before on St Patrick's Day, and that day it was rammed. But I think that might have fell on a weekend.
Yeah, I feel like we went on a weekend.
I think you were off to work that night.
Yeah. So it was more fun for me last night.
So yeah, we went to the Masquerade, and there they had a drag queen on called
Violet. Is she just called Violet nowadays?
She has got. I think,
it's Violet Payne, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because she was called Violet Period Payne, but then she changed it.
She shortened it.
Yeah, to Violet Payne. So she
was
one
of
the
first drag queens that we ever saw together as well when we went to the first time.
She's lovely. She's always lovely.
And she was dressed as a very pretty Irish lady, playing some decent tunes, and we managed to get a seat in the corner, didn't we?
Eventually, a lot of people. Once we got in there, a lot of people left.
The good thing about the Masquerade, as long as you stay in that central area, is you have free Wi-Fi, which is a bonus.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't think all the others particularly had Wi-Fi, and a lot of them do reside underground slightly, so signal is shocking when you're actually in
it
the.
is. And obviously, it's not ideal when you sit in the back area by the toilets because you can't see what's going on by the DJ decks and what's going on there, can you?
Yeah.
But there is a lot of seating in that part.
But we got served quite quickly at the bar, I feel.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
And it was a good time. There was lots of people there dancing, having a good time, reasonably busy, and it was a nice start to the day. To the
Prices
night.
were pretty good on the bar as well.
I think generally speaking, prices are quite similar at most of the places we went at that time. And like I said, it was a Monday, so some of these places I don't think are normally open on a Monday, but because of it being the actual St Patrick's Day, I think they're opened especially for us.
Yeah, because there was a few places that weren't supposed to be open, but they were open, weren't
they? So we had a good time at there, and we did just have one drink in each of the places we went to because we wanted to try and experience all the places are.
I did want to take my actual camera in, but with Liverpool bars, sometimes they check you for what you've got in your pockets and stuff. And I just didn't want the embarrassment of saying I've brought my camera out with me. So
I think lots of people probably do take the camera.
I just didn't want the opportunity to arise and say, look, you can't have your camera, you'd have to put it back in the car or something.
Oh, that's a good point, Aaron. And so we did actually park for free. Normally when we go to Liverpool, we park at, I think it's called Victoria Street Car Park, and it's like £1.50 an hour after 6 p.m. However, in the pay and display parts on the street parking, after 6 p.m, it is free in Liverpool. So if you find somewhere that looks decent, we did, the sat nav took us down a street and we just found space, so we parked up. So that was a good bonus.
But do that at your own discretion.
Yeah.
We're not saying you should or you shouldn't do it.
We're just saying it's an option. And nothing bad happened to our car, so that was good.
So
after the
where did we go after that?
The Masquerade, we went to the Benadorn Bar, which was previously known as the Navy Social. Yeah,
Oh,
it was
oh.
advertised on the Benadorn Bar that they're having a drag party for St Patrick's Day. However, it seems like for whatever reason, the two drag queens that were booked, for whatever reason, didn't turn up or cancelled.
Which is a shame. But we got to see Beth, didn't we? The lovely
Yeah.
Beth that works in.
Beth is a barmaid, and we went the first time we went in it after it had been rebranded as the Benadorn Bar. She was behind the bar and she was doing lots of work. She worked really hard.
In the bar.
She was very friendly. She had to change the barrel for when we were having our Copperbergs.
She was doing the cleaning. She was doing something with
She
the
went
DJ.
to get the smoke machine.
I went to get the smoke. Yeah,
She does definitely earn her money.
I keep thinking I meant to leave a good review for the place just because of Beth, but I just keep forgetting to do it.
But that night she was filling in as the DJ / karaoke host, and she did do a bit of singing herself.
And I got a bit of a clip of that for you guys.
So hopefully Aaron will insert that around right here.
I'll be tired trying to fill that Ain't it hard, didn't it so hard, so I'm falling. With all the good times I find myself longing.
And on that, we actually managed to sit in one of it's like a booth, but it's sort of enclosed. It's hard to describe it.
Yeah.
But they have like a booth style thing. We managed to sit there. Otherwise, they do have lots of larger communal tables with benches to try and get everyone.
There is quite
involved.
a bit of seating and places to stand and see the
They have
stage
some
at the
deck
same
chairs
time.
as well. And so yeah, it was a good lively atmosphere. People seemed to be having a good time.
Yeah, when we like karaoke anyway, so
Yeah.
it was pretty fun.
And so then after there, we went to the Lisbon, which we found out that one of our latest new subscribers called David, that was apparently the first LGBTQ bar that he went to in Liverpool when he first started out.
Did you like it?
I imagine so, but David,
Let us
comment
know.
down below just to fill in
Refresh our
the
memories.
blanks. So we went to the Lisbon. Again,
I really
think-
like it in the Lisbon.
I think, yeah, it is a lot more of a traditional style
Yeah,
boozer.
there's a lot of places to like there's a lot of like hidey hole places in there. where
Yeah,
you can-
lots of like shelvy areas that you can rest your drink, but it's always quite tricky to get a seat in the Lisbon. I
yeah,
find,
yeah.
'cause there is seating, but it's always
You have
pretty
to get
busy.
in there early or be just at the right time to get a seat.
So in there, they did have a DJ on, and out of all the places, that's the place that Aaron
I
enjoyed
loved
the music
it. It was
the
banger
most.
after banger. I loved it. It was brilliant.
But yeah, we managed to sort of find somewhere to stand. You got served reasonably fast, although I think that was more. I did tell Aaron he should be like waving his money
Yeah.
around.
To be fair, I'm just too polite when I go, especially when I'm quite sober. I'm just a bit too polite at the bar. I just wait my turn.
I'm always polite, but I always make sure that they can see that I'm holding some sort of method of payment so that they know that I'm ready to make that transaction.
Also, I think people are more willing to go up to you than they are me.
But anyway, so yeah, we went in there. Again, it was good, like you said, good music.
Yeah.
They had some lighting effects on, so that was pretty good.
Enjoyed it in there. And then where did we go after that, Ian?
Well, I think from there we went off to OMG.
And that's what I think we did.
And it seems like it had only recently-ish opened. But because it was early on in the night, or for whatever reason, we had to go downstairs, which is more of the nightclubs. They have like a bar bit upstairs and then the nightclub downstairs. And every other time we've been, I think we've sat upstairs. But
Because didn't Tyler say something about, is it dead in there or something? What did he say about?
yeah, he just, I don't know, but he said something that was a little bit rude to the person who was handing out little things to say you can get a free shot when you get a thing. And he said, well, yeah, it is quiet because we've only just opened up. So I do feel like it is a bar. It was, I think, were we the first people in there?
Well, I thought we were.
We were the only people in there when we went in, but we don't know if someone else had been in because it wasn't particularly the most prepared place. It was a bit,
No.
few sticky spaces, and
The toilets hadn't been cleaned. There was wee on the seats. I've got a video anyway that I'll insert.
you took a video of the toilets.
Yeah.
Eee.
So be prepared for that. So, hey guys, we're just in OMG. This is the place that just opened. There's no toilet. Well, there is a toilet. There's a glass on the back of there. There's a glass in there. They reckon this place has just opened. There's no way, and there's pee on the toilet seat as well. And they reckon this place has just opened. They've not cleaned it, have they?
And so yeah, it was kind of fun because they have got like the cages. They did have a pole which we didn't go on this time, and they had a
Yeah,
little
it was
runway.
fun in the interactive
And
department.
We were able to sit down, and they had lots of smoke machines. But I don't think it properly kicked off because just as we were leaving, that's just when one of the drag DJs was more behind the decks and took a bit more control.
Yeah, but it was. This was just I go out, have a couple of drinks somewhere, and then
Yeah, it
on to the
wasn't
next place. It
really
wasn't-
meant to be a night out.
We just wanted to go out, get a feel of the vibe, what it was like for the night, and what the places were like, and,
Yeah, and just what was happening for St. Patrick's
and
Day.
report back to you guys.
And so yeah, we had a decent time. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad. It did get a lot more people in there, but it was very dark, and obviously there was a lot of trip hazards, I'd say, because it was
Yeah,
quite so dark and so much
that
smoke.
smoke machine going off, and
And
but yeah, it's
then, where did we go after there, Aaron?
I think it was Superstar Boudoir.
You haven't got what, a cook?
Got no cooker.
Have we still got home gonna cook? I haven't got a cook in the house. So there's Superstar Boudoir we've just been in. But you guys will think that we're just about to go in there. What?
So it's straight across from the Lisbon.
And everyone just dragged me out of there when I was listening to my favourite song. But don't worry about that, it's fine. Anyway, Tyler wants to go and get some food now, don't you, Tyler? What's the cake? No.
Jack.
No, Tyler, we don't talk about that on,
Jack.
we don't say stuff like that on this channel.
And so, from our personal experience, Superstar Boudoir is the place to go towards the latter ends of the night. 'Cause it seems to get really full later on. I think
The thing about about the Liverpool places is that they're all very dancey, aren't they? I feel like all the places you go to, you have a dance. Apart from maybe the Lisbon's
yeah,
probably.
Lisbon's the least dancey because it's.
But like when
but
you
you
go to
can-
Manchester, there's lots of different like vibes of places. Whereas Liverpool, it's all very dancey in the places you go to.
So yeah, we went into Superstar. They had a DJ on playing music. It's
It
quite.
was all very remixy stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which wasn't bad, but it's not my vibe.
But the Superstar, I feel, is one of the bigger open space kind of thing, and they have like a stage area that people who are a bit more
Confident.
/ attention seeking can go on to do the dancing. And
So Ian was up there.
I was not. So yeah, it has a lot more of a open space for people to congregate, and they have another bit round the corner where there's more seating, and that was pretty decent. It's a good place to end your night.
Yeah,
And that's
I
what
feel like
we
I feel like that's where you end the night, really.
Yeah, if you get there too early, then you'll feel a bit sad because it's very empty. And
Because we did go one night and we were in there at like
it's
about
it was
9
just
o'clock, and it was
whenever
really
it
dead.
opened. So, yeah. But out of all the places, I think the only place that was really making a thing. Oh no, I suppose the most St. Patrick's place by far was the Masquerade, although
Yeah.
I think that was purely down to Violet
Violet,
Payne
yeah.
making the most of being the host.
She's a good queen.
And like I
Violet.
said, they did have some decoration around at the Benadorn Bar, but I didn't feel as St. Patrick's there as I did in Masquerade.
And the was it a queen in Superstar? I don't know if she was or not.
We're not sure.
Not 100% sure. if
It's
she was a
definitely
queen or
not your traditional drag queen with lots of makeup and
Yeah, she was a very
Crazy.
subtle queen if she was one.
she was. But she still did a good job. She got some good music going at times. And like I say, it was a nice end to the night.
Yeah, and then we went back to the car then, didn't we? Get in the car and love.
Look at my bum.
No one wants to see your bum. Well, someone probably wants to see your bum. Let us know in the comments if anyone wants to see what's his name? Silas bum. What's dark?
We did, and on the way home, someone made us stop at McDonald's, but
It wasn't me. This
we'll
time.
not talk about that because we are trying to be good. But obviously, when you try to be good, it also gives you the chance to
Not be
fail at being good. But at least we're trying, guys.
Yeah, we're definitely trying it.
So that's just a little snapshot of what it was like for St. Patrick's Day. Obviously, I think this year they made a thing more for the whole weekend for St. Patrick's because St. Patrick's is all of a sudden everyone has a little bit of Irish in them when it gets to St. Patrick's Day and they all want to
I've
celebrate.
never seen so many Irish people.
So yeah, we hope you enjoyed this. It is something that Aaron has been wanting to do for a while, like show you a bit, but he did want to do Manchester, but he's trying to work up his confidence for that.
Yeah, but you can take the camera around Manchester, so I don't feel as bad doing it there. But we will see how we go.
We'll see how it goes and see how much you guys actually like watching this.
Oh yeah, let us know if you, because this format, if we go to Manchester, it'll be a bit different because I will try and film the stuff out and about and talk about where we're going and stuff.
But
Whereas,
also, the thing with Manchester, there's a lot more places. Unless you wanted a really long video, I don't.
well,
think
no,
you
I feel
can do
like
it all at once.
I feel like we just go to our favourite places in Manchester that we recommend.
And then we'll go do another video. We'll go to our least favourite places and see how happy we are at the end of each night.
But you guys have to let us know in the comments if you would want to see that or not.
But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please comment to let us know how you found it.
And if you made it to the end.
Oh yeah, if you made it to the end, then well done. You're a better man than me.
Ian can barely make it to the end and he's in it. So, thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll see you in our next video. What will happen in that video, we've not decided. So when we know, you'll know.
So we're gonna stuff our face.
No, we're not. We've done all our eating for tonight. We're trying to be good.
So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave some comments and likes and
if you haven't subscribed, well, get onto it, will you? And we will catch you in our next video. So bye for now, guys.
bye.
Bye.